before we begin, I do want to let you know that just in case you don't get a chance to speak with me today, or once you have like more clarity on your curriculum, then if you want to talk about your offer, pricing, and your launch strategy so that your course reaches the hands of the people who want, right? And they're able to pay you for all the beautiful ways that you're going to guide them in your course, then make sure you book my free consult calls. So I've opened up 10 spots. And so before I open up the floor for the first person, I'm going to walk you through just a little bit, a little recap of how the consult call is going to go. So now that you have gone through the workshop, you might obviously be wondering, how do I go from like an amazing course curriculum that I have clarity on, or that I'm going to get even more clarity at the end of this coaching session, to a successful launch with paid students, aka how do I sell my online courses like you, Trupti? If you're wondering that, then as I shared with you in the workshop, you do need, apart from your curriculum, you need an irresistible offer so that it's a no-brainer for your ideal student to say yes and pay you. And you also need a predictable sales system, basically all of the tech, like your learning management systems, your checkout pages, your payment systems, and your automations, so that people find you wherever you are on your social media or even in your local community, right? And then they come to your community where they can trust you, and then they can pay you and get onboarded inside of your course in a smooth way, in a world-class experience. Because you might be seeing there are a lot of artists who are launching their online courses these days, and everybody has a pretty trustworthy and really good system, right? Like a sales system. So please do not go and record your course with the beautiful curriculum that you've created and put it on a Google Drive or put it on YouTube and then send those links to the people who are paying you, because that's not going to give them the best experience, the standard experience that everyone has come to expect, especially with like platforms like Patreon, Skillshare, and all these other, Udemy and everything. It is so much better if you just set up the system in your business and it's just set for life, right? So that's exactly what we're getting it done with you in just 150 days inside of my one-on-one mentorship program called Creative Course Launchpad, where you're going to have both me and Nahush on your team as your expert business partners and as your mentors, helping you launch your course and set up all of your systems step by step. So you're going to get personalized offer and sales strategy because you're a unique artist. Your business is unique to you. Your audience is unique to you. So we are going to give you strategies based on where you are in your business. We are not going to pretend that you have some huge viral following and give you generic strategies, right? You're also going to get your full tech setup for your funnel. And I know for a fact that like this is like the number one thing that stands in people's ways, artists' ways of launching. Even when you have big, those big box business courses, you've gone through the strategies and the modules, and you think you've made some progress, but just some posting on social media and going through courses is not going to bring you sales, right? And that's what this work is about. You're also going to get a personalized launch game plan so that you have this beautiful rinse and repeat system that you can follow as many times as you want, no matter what offer you launch in the future. You will also get my plug and play templates. You will get sales page and marketing feedback. You will also have our accountability with our one-on-one text and voice support every single day of the week from Monday to Friday. And you are going to get that money mindset coaching where I'm going to take you from, can I charge this much? Being all apologetic to watch me charge this much, being completely unapologetic and confident in your pricing so that you can go and market your course and ask for that sale with confidence. All you have to do is I've opened up 10 free spots for consult calls. Just apply for it with the link that you're going to find in the chat or around this video, and let's chat face to face. Once you book this call, I'm going to diagnose your business and see where you're at. And if I think if we're both a good fit for each other, then we'll talk about how Creative Course Launchpad, we can install it in your business and we will take it forward from there. Okay. So just apply for your free consult call. And if you enroll with us in June, then you get these amazing special perks where you're going to get a free content marketing audit from me. Basically, I'm going to look at everything your audience sees wherever you're present, and I'm going to tell you why your marketing is not working and specific ways to fix it. And you will also get my free 5-figure launch emails, which I've used over and over again to launch my membership and launch, even affiliate launches for like all the amazing programs from my mentors that have really helped me personally in my life. Every single time I've used those same launch emails, and they've made me over 5 figures in one launch. So you're going to get those emails that are just so beautiful, that speak to the creative audience and that sell like crazy, right? So let's chat face to face, book your free consult call, and let's map out your course launch plan. And this is for the artists who want to, you want to launch your signature art course. And whether that is basically a mini workshop, a mini course, a masterclass, whatever it is, I want you to have that total confidence that you're following a strategic, focused, and effective path made for artists by artists so that you know that you're moving the right direction towards funding your creative life. Okay. So, if you want results, you know that we have helped amazing artists from every single background imaginable, like Katie, Muniza, Kristen, Julia, Margaret, Preeti. Preeti is there on this call, and it's just incredible to see the kind of things that these amazing, driven, and hardworking ladies have achieved. With that, who is the first person who wants to uh, come on the hot seat? So raise your hand. And I need to give you a little warning. I have been known to prompt people. So if you're not raising your hand, then I'm going to call on your name and we'll ask you to unmute and then you can ask me a question. So who wants to go first?
Can you hear me, Tripti?
Yes. Hi, Madhu. So lovely to see your
Hi.
face.
Good to actually see you face to face and talk, even if it's on Zoom. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for simplifying the process. The workbook was great. I liked how you broke it down into very specific questions. That was very helpful.
Hmm.
And so my question today is around messaging.
Okay.
And a quick backstory, I struggled with watercolors for the longest time because of my control issues. And
Hmm.
watercolors have a mind of their own, so it was
Yes.
challenging for me. I quit multiple times, and finally, when I figured you have to allow watercolors to do what they do best and kind of play in partnership, that's when things shifted for me. And that is what I want to teach my students, to let
Yes.
go of control, to embrace mistakes as part of the process.
Right.
So I did a couple courses, classes,
Right.
individual classes last year, but I feel my messaging is off. I don't think I'm connecting with my target audience. When
Right.
people do show up for my classes in person or online, they
Hmm.
love it. They say I simplify it.
Hmm.
I help them overcome the fear of watercolors, and they have been painting and they keep showing up for my other classes.
Okay.
But it's the beginning part, like the number of people coming in, is where I have issues.
Hmm. So you were speaking, if I heard, am I hearing you correctly, that you're speaking more so to people who maybe are not going for watercolor mastery in terms of, oh, I want to nail the values and the colors and the improving of the skills, but rather than people, are you speaking to people who are looking more to regulate the nervous system and let go of perfectionism and things like that? Who are you speaking to?
I think that's where my confusion is. And
Hmm.
maybe that's why my messaging is off because
Yeah.
I'm not feeling comfortable completely going into the nervous system regulation zone.
Yeah.
But that is a part of it. When I'm
Yeah.
teaching, I do talk about regulating and all that. But at the
Hmm.
same time, I want them to know about basic values and the basic introduction to color theory and techniques so that they feel they can create something. I don't just want them to be creating abstract pieces and take a deep breath and let it go kind of a thing. That's
Yeah.
going to be there. But if they want to paint a flower, they want to paint a forest, I want them to have the basic skills. So
Yes.
mine is not so much into subject, it's more about understanding watercolors, the basics, and to
Hmm.
get that comfort that the fear and overwhelm of watercolor goes away.
Okay.
So I
So
think I'm confused there.
talk to me a little bit about like where you're feeling this gap in messaging. Is it more so in your content or is it on emails or are you just feeling like you're just not getting the lead flow? So where exactly is this gap coming in?
I think mainly in my messaging when I'm promoting any classes.
Hmm.
And also, when this confusion leads into the content also,
Hmm.
because I get overwhelmed when I'm trying to teach because I'm making sure I give them values and color theory and everything so they can create.
Yes.
At the
Yeah.
same time, I'm trying to make them slow down. It gets overwhelming for me as a teacher also.
Hmm. Okay, okay, that's a really good question. So I think where we need to begin from is number one, market research. Have you done market research where you've been speaking to your people and really just posing them a strategic question so that you're understanding exactly where are they struggling? Are they struggling more with the skill aspect of watercolors, or is it more like I just want to tap into creativity as a larger thing, but I want to make it really, really easy and just want to tap into that? Have you been speaking with
I,
your
I
people?
haven't. I haven't in market research, but when my students, my in-person students, I do ask them questions,
Okay.
and the idea, I mean, the feedback I get from them is that they are mostly control freaks and they're stuck
Mm,
with perfectionism. And the
yeah.
first 2 3 classes they did struggle with
Mm,
watercolors, but after that they realized, once they learned the techniques with me, they realized that they could turn the mistakes into something beautiful as part of the whole thing. So by the third or fourth class they are like, you know what, I got this. I don't need to fix this. I can turn this into something more beautiful.
right.
But for that I
So,
feel you need both
yeah,
the mindset and the techniques.
yes, yes. So you can actually include both of those things in your marketing. And I remember that this is something that specifically worked for my watercolor membership as well. So when I would write about my watercolor membership, I
Hmm.
would say that this is a space where you get the techniques and the mindset to be a thriving artist. And
Okay.
one was not less than the other. It was always positioned in my messaging right next to each other.
That really helps. I think I've been
Yeah.
trying to pick one and then I'm getting confused.
Yes.
That
So
helps.
what I would say is that look, whatever you're doing, it's clearly already working. So every
Hmm.
single thing, and this is for everybody who is watching here, if you're stuck on the messaging, if you're like, I'm not really clear on what to say so that I attract the right kind of people to my audience, you need to first of all obviously speak with people, which you have been speaking with your paid customers, which is like the best kind of market research anyway.
Hmm.
So what you have been doing is clearly working, right? They're sharing that, they're control freaks, they're perfectionism. So my question is, are you mirroring those words in your content, in your promotional materials?
I was hesitant in using the word perfectionism. I have talked
Okay.
about letting go of control,
Hmm.
but I didn't use the word perfectionism because sometimes that triggers people. I was not sure if I should use it or not.
Does it? Does it trigger people?
A few people, when I have spoken to them in person,
Yeah,
they're not my paid clients,
right.
but they are like, they have been quite defensive about it. So I was not sure. Maybe it could be a handful. I can give it a try
So,
in the next course.
so see, what I say is that as teachers, as mentors, and as guides, our job is to not coddle our people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When there is discomfort, and if your solution is there to help people get out of that discomfort, it is
Mm-hmm.
a very useful thing to make people feel that discomfort. Because the truth of the matter is, I know that as artists, we are pretty much opposed to pain point marketing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what I am promoting over here. I'm not saying make someone feel really shitty and ashamed of where they are,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then shift them into like present them as a solution. This has been working with like a lot of other industries where they just make you pretty much feel really bad about where you are and feel made make you feel like you're behind and you're broken or something, and then they're presenting the solution. It worked quite well, but with more awareness around these like icky marketing strategies, nobody really responds to that. However, that doesn't mean that we're not holding up a mirror to people,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's like uncomfortable for them to actually kind of come face to face with like what's really been going on.
Mm-hmm.
As a past perfectionist, sometimes when it just still comes back for me, if
Mm-hmm.
you were speaking, if I came across your content and if you said perfectionist, I'd perk up my ears for sure.
Okay.
So
Okay.
because I would see myself in your copy, in your messaging, and I'd be like, yes, she's like what she's describing is correct. So number one, yes, use the identifier words like control freaks and perfectionists. It's fine. Even the
Okay.
people who are getting triggered, First of all, you said that they're not your paid students. So I'm
Mhm,
like, okay, you can get triggered if if you're consuming my free content. That's totally fine.
mhm,
Um, and it's not a wrong thing to trigger people, because if they're getting triggered, that means there is some truth to it, or there's something hiding over there. And you know this. You
mhm,
are from James Wedmore's world, and you know the mindset behind,
mhm.
when someone gets triggered, right? But our job is to get people to be aware. So I would say go beyond just the identifier words of perfectionism and control freak, and really think, how does it show in their daily life? You
Okay.
know? So one thing that helped me when I taught the sketchbook revival class, so there was a big watercolor summit event called Sketchbook Revival, and I specifically focused on letting go of control,
Okay.
and taking a break from doom scrolling. So these were the words that I used. Like your sketchbook can be a safe space away from doom scrolling. It can save you from doom scrolling. But I realized that, when you're painting with watercolors, you're clenching your jaw really hard. You're holding your breath. So I'm going to show you how to let go of that. So I didn't really
It's
just say
beautiful.
perfectionism, but I'm using feelings, things that they can feel, things that they can identify with in their body,
Right.
you
Right.
know? So using those words can really help. And then
Mhm,
also just, what are your stances, right? You just shared that, yes, letting go of control is right, but also learning the right technique will help you do that. That's a
mhm,
stance that you just took
mhm.
right now. Are
Right.
you being bold about this stance in your content?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I'm playing it safe. I'm seeing that.
Yes. Yes. So what's behind this playing this safe? What are you afraid is going to happen when you stop playing it safe, when you become bolder in your messaging?
Um, well, a year back, it would have been more about me having some fears and all that. But at this point, I feel I'm playing it safe because I feel in my subconscious that I still don't know my target audience. I still have to do my research and I don't have enough clarity.
Mm,
So before getting that clarity, I don't want to, just be bold about my statement and just playing it safe. And I
mm,
need to work on doing that 5% for my business first rather than anything else.
mm. So here's the interesting thing. You're not going to get the clarity that you want even just by doing your market research.
Hmm.
You're not going
Action.
to get that. Action is the only thing that's going to bring you clarity, and actually having around like 50 to 60% clarity, then taking the steps, doing a couple of rounds of your course, right?
Hmm.
However you want to do it, whatever format you've chosen, and then seeing what are the gaping holes here? What are my people saying over and over again,
Hmm.
right? That is what's going to give you actual full clarity,
No, I agree with that because when I started last year with my first online class, there was zero clarity. But with every class I've
right?
been doing, I've been updating my marketing based on the feedback
Yes,
and testimonial. So kind of getting closer. So I want
yes,
to keep doing more
exactly,
classes, but
absolutely.
I'll not play it safe this time.
Yes. So what I'm going to say, and this is for every single one of you, right? Obviously, you will get even more bolder in your messaging once you have your offer suite done, but you're already thinking about your ideal students when you're designing your curriculum, right? So
Hmm.
what I want you guys to do is write down like three things that you disagree with most people in your space. I
Okay.
want you to write all of these things down, because right now we are in such information dense world. So many people are putting out freebies, and that's great. Like most artists are coming forward, they're building their businesses, they're putting out their freebies and everything, and the market is getting saturated in the sense that there is a lot more volume. But it's never been easier to stand out, and the only way that you can stand out is you talk about the hills that you're willing to die on when it comes to your medium,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And those are the people, because people don't want to just follow wishy-washy people. They want to follow people where right now, more than anything, certainty, if you're able to have that sort of certainty in your voice, even if before recording or whatever, you're quivering, you're scared or whatever it is. Hold on a second. Now, what is going on over here? How do I? Okay, sorry. Okay. So basically, what I was saying is, when you take those stances, when you are sharing with the world that I know that you're clenching your jaw when you try to paint, You're going in your car to pick up your kid from the school, and this perfectionism is wearing you down. Okay.
Mhm.
And watercolors can help you let go of that perfectionism as long as you're willing to embrace the traditional techniques. That
I
techniques
love
will
that.
help you let go of it even faster than you just messing around and pushing paint around on paper. Would
Mhm.
you agree? Is that what your stance is? Is that
Yeah,
what you
I
believe in?
agree. I want them to learn the techniques and then, break the rules like an artist kind of a thing. Learn
Hmm.
them so that you can play around with them. But you need to know them in the first place, which tells you that you have an option to do things differently.
There you go. There you
And I
go.
really liked what you said, Tripti, about talking about the day to day because I'm a
Yeah.
recovering perfectionist and still working, rewiring my control freak side. I
Yeah.
never talked about their day to day life because
Mm.
perfectionism led me to autoimmune conditions. And I can talk about that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
sounds
you can
good.
talk about that. So,
Hmm.
really, your stories and your stances. I want everybody over here, I want you to remember two things: your stories and your stances. Like, why do you care? Like, I want you to really answer why do you give so many fucks about teaching this thing? Why do you put yourself in outside of your comfort zone to work hard on this thing? You're all working hard in one way or another in your business, but why does it matter to you so much? Okay, then take this framework called me, we, us, right? Sorry, actually, it's me, we, you. So talk about you, right? You will talk about your autoimmune condition, how perfectionism caused this, this, and this, and how watercolors like really helped you start healing from it, right? And if that's the story, then you shift after talking about me, then you shift to we. We as perfectionists, especially women, we're constantly being faced with so and so and so, and there is really no relief. Like at the end of the day, your to-do list is so long, your own self-care always falls to the bottom of it. And you
Hmm.
wake up the next day and you wonder, why am I still clenching my jaw so hard that I'm shattering my teeth, right? Like, why am I still facing these autoimmune conditions and everything? Now, this is where you need to shift your mindset. So you need to do this, 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 this.
Got it.
So you're taking a selfish story about yourself. And by the way, it doesn't really work that much these days when you're only talking about yourself and your journey and your this and your that.
Hmm.
One or two places is cool, but you need to find ways to take your stories and make it about them.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, they're all asking, cool, but what's in it for me? What about my perfectionism? What about my control freakness? Whatever, Madhu, like how do I get rid of it? Right?
No, that's very true because I had a solo show 2 weeks back and
Mm.
I said the exact same things. I spoke to people about my autoimmune condition and about how slowing down helped, how women put ourselves at the bottom of the thing, and people resonated. They were
Yes.
there for 3 to 4 hours having this conversation. I think a lot of people, I
Mm.
never translated it into my teaching part.
Yes. But what you need to realize, and this is all, for all of you guys, okay? Yes, we're giving them the course. Yes, we're giving them the watercolor techniques. But really, at the end of the day, people don't want that.
Hmm.
People are not wanting yet another course. People are not wanting these many hours of lessons. For the love of God, everybody stop marketing how many hours of lessons are there in it. Like, people don't care. Also, people are like, if you can teach me this in fewer hours, why are you giving me 70 plus hours of lessons? I do not need this. But what they're really caring is that outcome. Like, what is on the other side? What would life look like once I let go of perfectionism with watercolors?
The transformation.
What is that on the other side of it, right? So for example, in creative course launchpad, yes, I'm teaching you how to create like a proper offer, how to build your email list, and how to keep up with the marketing demands of being on different platforms and everything and still get paying students. But really, people are not coming to me being like, ha, I want one more launch game plan, I want this and I want that. What they're really coming for me is that, Truti, I just want this relief that when I go into the back end of my business, I know how everything is connected and I can pull different levers. I don't have that confusion. And Trupti, I just want to wake up every single day and just know, okay, today, what am I doing in my marketing, in my sales to keep moving my business one needle forward? Like ask Preeti here, for example. She just put it so wonderfully when I was actually interviewing her for her case study. She said that I used to be so frustrated. being like, why can't I read my business book? Like everybody seems to be, reading this so-called business book and doing all the marketing strategies and activities and things like that. But after working with you, I realized that I didn't know the ABCD of business and marketing and offer and all of this stuff. Now I can read the sentences, I can read the book, and I can write my own story, is what she said.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Like, this is what people are looking for, right? Like, every artist just wants to feel like, okay, there is a demand, I'm able to meet that demand, and I'm able to meaningfully keep growing my business so that at the end of the day, I can just fund my creative lifestyle, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's and that's the messaging,
Mm-hmm.
right? So your people are whatever they resonated with, the women, they're wanting some sort of self-care. They're wanting to feel themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they're wondering like who could I be on the other side of it? That's you.
Mm-hmm.
You are on the other side of it.
Got it.
So evoke those sensory feelings in your marketing and your messaging.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Shruti. That was really very helpful. Thank you.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Such a good question. And again, your course curriculum will be able to also help you with that. So your reels do come up on my feed. So I really hope to see more boldness, more self-assurance in your voice,
Mhm.
because you also model what your people want, right? There are so many subconscious little signals you're throwing out there for people when they want to work with you. Many times they will have made that emotional decision to work with you without you even having to say like the perfect strategic words, as long as you're speaking to, like, you're taking a stance and you're doing that messaging part.
Makes sense. Thank you so much, Shruti. I'll work on it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Madhu, for coming online. Thank you so much. All right. Who is next? I remember that Shimona had a question. Shimona, are you there? Because I have one of your screenshots from the workshop that says, where you were like, I'm confused about which format will work best. Oh my goodness, it's so
Yes,
nice to see
hi.
your face
Good, I
again.
see you too.
How
Yeah,
are
I
you?
mean, I'm good. How are you?
So good. So happy.
I'm glad you found okay. I'm really happy. Like I saw your story. I'm good to know. Really happy to know that.
Thank you.
Uh, I guess the reason I was not even raising my hand is because I'm at the first step where I'm not sure what course I want to create. Like I know that I want to make it and I have two ideas in my head basically. One is I'm doing my dissertation study right now in psychology, and I'm inspired by my dissertation idea of basically combining art and therapy
Yeah,
and creating a course in on those lines, but for non-clinical clients, not for clinical clients. So
right,
yeah, the what I'm doing with my dissertation is I'm doing like a 21-day study where I'm going live with people in the cohort every day for 21 days. And we do like small mindfulness exercises to reduce stress, basically. So that's one idea I have in mind. But the roadblock that I feel with that idea is that it is meant for working professionals and
right.
who has the time to actually come and be present for 21 days. Like that's a roadblock. I feel like, will it even work?
Mm,
So that's what makes me unsure. And I'm also confused that right now I'm doing it live and I feel like it's super effective live, but will it
yeah,
work in a recorded format? Like those are some questions that I have, which is causing the confusion. But that feels like that's more of the direction that I want to go in future. It's more aligned that way. And the other idea that I have is what I have been doing. So I've been taking some in-person classes, and those are like workshop style classes wherein it has a theme, and I walk them through things that need to be done, like with watercolors, and at the end we create a final composition. So these are the
right.
two ideas that
Mm,
and two directions that I feel like I can go in, but I'm not sure how to go about it, honestly.
okay. Actually, this is a really good question. So I'm so glad you brought like the uncertainty around your ideas itself, because this is where like 90% of the artists I speak with, they're like, I literally just don't even know what topic to choose. Forget about even, choosing the curriculum. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolute number one task, market research.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, Actually, Sakshi, if you have the link to my Build What Sells document, can you please drop it in the chat for everyone so they can just like go get it. So okay, Sakshi's gonna drop in the chat. Everybody just grab that link. Don't dive into it right now. Please be present for the coaching session. But grab that link. There are 6 strategic questions that I've like designed over there. What you do not want to be doing is go and ask people, what do you want to learn from me?
Hmm.
That's not going to get you any clarity whatsoever. It'll just confuse you because a lot of the times people don't know what they want. They're not able to put into words what they're wanting, but they're suffering.
Yeah.
There is a pain or there is a desire, either one of those things, and they're looking for help with those things. So pose these 6 questions, and really what is going to help you, and this, you guys, in the name of automations, in the name of having big viral followings, some like a crucial part of business that most artists are not even doing is quite literally having one-on-one conversations in your DMs. WhatsApp, like whoever you check in with all of your past students and
Hmm.
whoever would be like a potential student for your the art therapy part of it, the non-clinical part of it, like
Yeah.
speak with working professionals, speak with them. Like this
Hmm.
question that you're having, I'm thinking of doing a pre-recorded, like I'm or like a live 21-day support thing, but
Hmm.
this is obviously for busy working professionals.
Yeah.
What can I include in this that will make you a hell yes to put half an hour of time in this every day for 21 days?
Hmm.
If you could get XYZ outcome out of this thing at the end of 21 days, what would make it a heck yes for you? So this is one of the questions that's there. So let them tell you what they want.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah.
Right? Then you give them the 2 options as well. I'm thinking of doing this 21-day challenge for this thing, and I'm thinking of doing or I'm thinking of doing taking this workshop and then making it like a mini workshop online. Which of
Yeah.
these things do you think is going to help you? And I'm still doing this. I literally reached out to Preeti, who is one of my paid clients in the past, when I was uploading the replay for the workshop. I checked in with her. I was like, okay, I didn't realize this ended up being a 2 hour thing. So if I put it up on YouTube, do you think people will actually like want to go through the 2 hour thing, or should I just break it up later into like part one, part two, part three? Like, what is it going to, how is it going to work? So every time I'm not clear on something and I'm not able to guess, or I'm aware that I have a bias, like I know that I'm biased, that's why I will consume this thing,
Yeah.
then you need to go and ask. So my question for you is, you are having this assumption that I'm creating a healing tool, like a healing thing for working professionals who are stressed the F out, which
Yeah.
by the way, what you're doing, you have a huge market in India and you should absolutely double down on it, I think. I can
Yeah.
just tell, like, what when it's like a potential, I can just tell this thing is going to work just because I know that there's a massive market for it. And you know this from your experience as well, right?
Yeah.
So this hesitation that you are scared that people are going to have because they're working professionals, how much is it like they've told you, and how much is it your own experience or like a bias, do you think?
So like during the research, the data that I've gotten, people are loving the classes and they do want to show up, but just life just gets in the way. So there are days when they're not able to attend live, and I get it because I
Yeah,
mean, obviously, somebody who's working 9 to 5 and it's never really 9 to 5, it's longer hours, and
yeah.
they don't, it's difficult to show up at a live time, even if they
Hmm.
have those 15 minutes in the day. They might not have those exact 15 minutes that I'm scheduling their
Right.
life for. So
Yeah.
that's the roadblock. But then if I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's just like me trying to do it right as a from a therapy point of view. And I feel like if I don't show up live, then where's the accountability? Like, how
Exactly.
can I ensure that they are showing up?
Yeah.
So that's the conflict. I know for a fact that people are enjoying the classes. They do want to show up every day, but
Okay.
they are missing days because it's just how it is. Like they are genuinely getting busy in those timings.
Yeah. But because you're offering this in a structured format, because it's a thing, it's a container that they're willingly signing up for and they're putting money into this whole thing, right?
Hmm.
How likely do you think they're going to be like, okay, ek do din miss ho gaya, but she's still sending me the live reminders. You are there at top of attention. right? So isn't it likely that, okay, maybe 1 or 2 days they'll miss, or maybe they'll miss today's live session, but they might catch up with it later on also, right? So
Hmm.
isn't it more likely that they're actually gonna do the work if you're hosting it live, even if they miss 1 or 2 days or whatever,
Yeah.
than just not being there?
Definitely, I do feel like it's important
Yeah,
to do it live, like to make sure
yeah,
that people are doing it. And at the end of the day, the whole point of it is people actually showing up and doing it. Like, I don't
yeah,
want to just record something and like people not even get to it, because that
yeah,
happens. And I get it. Like, I've
yeah.
done it, courses I've signed up
Yes,
for.
I
I'm
know.
sure people do it. So yeah, I do want them
We're
to
all
show
guilty
up.
of it.
Yeah.
But look at this even now, this live session. The fact that I was actually in a quandary like a few days, like a week before this live workshop. I even put it on my Facebook. I was like, you guys, I'm like suddenly overthinking this. Or I don't know. Like, should I even do this live? Or should I just pre-record everything and maybe it'll be 100% it'll be faster than me delivering it live and just sending it out to people. But I know for a fact, I know how many times we are putting many chat keyword automation of all the viral reels that are coming. We're taking their free guides and free this and that and everything. And I just know nobody is like, because I know how I am. I know I'm doing this stuff. But because I'm doing this live, it's a top of attention. I'm able to send you reminder emails. And these handful of people who are there on this live call, I just got a text from someone who really, really wanted to come, but their mother-in-law got admitted in the hospital, and she was like, "I'm so sorry, I'm not able to come."
Hmm.
But so life happens, 100%. Life is going to life. But at the end of the day, when you're giving this sort of stuff, they're more likely to actually come and take the transformation that they so badly need,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So you just have to look at the aggregate and just take the shot and trust that the people who want it most will make the time to come. That's the thing.
Hmm.
You know, and at the same time, 100% please give replays, because it is also the reality that life is just a little crazy for everybody and people do go back to the replays. So I have reached this, I would say, like in terms of doing everything things live and pre-recorded. You've seen me just like do all the different kinds of things. What I've realized is you need to reach an equilibrium in terms of your delivery, where you're doing
Hmm.
some live things. If you're wanting to give accountability, it'll help most people for sure. At the same time, you're also giving pre-recorded stuff. So I do have people who buy my courses. They go through it initially, but then something happens, and for 6 months they haven't gone through the course. But after some time, they'll like email us being like, "Hey, I'm trying to log in. I just have some more time now. I haven't forgotten about the course. I want to log in and I want to learn." So I think people they're not like lazy or uncommitted or whatever. Like sometimes life just genuinely just happens to
Yeah,
people,
definitely. Yeah.
right? But the fact that they've invested, that means they've
Hmm.
got skin in the game.
Hmm.
They have the intent. So they'll go back and they will do it. And they
Makes
will
sense.
then go and recommend your stuff to their friends.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
yes. Do you think like you got some clarity in terms of this thing?
Yeah, definitely. I think I also needed to I'm so in the thick of it myself, like with all the thoughts and the ideas, that I think I was not able to think clearly. And like you said, it's so simple. I can just People who are interested will show up, and if they can't, I can always like provide the recording for those sessions.
Mhm.
They can
Yes.
just yeah. Yeah.
And regular check-ins also matter. Okay. You
Hmm.
guys just make it a part of your workflow itself. Like you will have seen, there are so many of you over here. Not only have I checked in with you through emails, I've sent like all the right emails and just being like, did you get the replay book? And like I've sent these emails. I've also manually checked in with as many people as I could, being like, hey, how did it go? Like, did you watch the replay? And so
Hmm.
many people were like, oh my God, I've totally forgotten it. Okay, I'm going to watch the replay. I'm going to do my best to fill the workbook before the live session.
Yeah.
And all these things matter. I feel like more than anything, people are honestly, last year I was singing a different tune. I was telling everybody that people are so busy these days. Nobody has the time to show up live anymore. So lean more towards pre-recorded. But then what I have observed since I would say October of 2024, I've been observing this shift in this culture. Hold on. 25, right? Sorry, 2025. Yes, sorry. I'm mixing dates and years all the time. Like Shimona knows this.
I'm
With
nodding
personal
along. I'm
experience.
so lost with you that I'm
Just getting all the years wrong. So what I've been observing is there's like this massive sudden shift towards analog. People are replacing their LED TVs with streaming with old CRT TVs and VHS tapes for their kids. Has anybody seen this thing on Instagram? Okay, a lot of people are doing this for their kids. So people are going towards the analog, and now people are craving more accountability because there is no dearth of information on YouTube. There's just too much information. And I think like something you haven't asked me this specific question, but it has come through. Like what I'm teaching is already available for free, or it's too basic. I think it's too basic. So will people even pay for this? Let me tell all of you guys a story of this artist called Kim on Instagram who launched, I saw with my own eyes, she launched two mini courses a couple of months ago. One is how to flatten your watercolor sheet after it has buckled, after you've painted. That's the course topic. How to flatten your watercolor sheets. The second course topic was how to mount your watercolor sheet to wood panels, like on which you usually paint oils and acrylics, how to mount it and seal it without glass so that you can hang it without glass and everything like that. You can go look for this information on YouTube right now. You will find 100 tutorials on both of these topics. This is not a mystery. I don't think like any slightly experienced artist also will know how to do this. Her reels have gone viral. People have asked for ManyChat stuff, like hundreds and hundreds of comments, and she got hundreds and hundreds of students. She even bundled those two courses and sold it at a founder's price, which is what we teach our clients, is sell the idea before you fully flesh this thing out. And she raked in the dollars.
fair.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
many of you guys are seriously overthinking your course topics, and you're overthinking your promise also. Make your promise stupid simple, but make sure that you're either meeting a desire or you're relieving a pain. Okay, so for you and Madhu, you're heavily focused on pain relief, stress relief, all of these things. So then you need to then help them remember how much pain they're in. So by talking about these issues and everything, you're not making people feel crappy about themselves, but you're making them feel aware of the pain they're in, so that you can give them the medicine that they're badly looking for, right? So another thing I would also say, Shimona, that'll help you is to also have a stronger stance in your marketing, obviously,
yeah,
right?
I really need to get to my marketing actually. I'm not doing much there. So definitely need to
What
start
do
doing.
working professionals need to hear? You know what I would say if I was in your place? I'll say that, you keep saying you're stressed out at your work, and yet you keep putting your 15 minutes of painting time to the bottom of your list. So you can't keep saying you want relief. You can't keep saying you want a more balanced life and keep acting completely in a different way. At some point, you have to be very truthful to yourself and be like, I'm going to do whatever I can to put this thing on my calendar, and you have to respect your creativity to show up for that thing.
Hmm.
I would say this to people. I would call them the fuck out on this pattern of like
Yeah,
signing up for things and then saying, "Arey, time hi nahi hai creativity ke liye." It's you can't say that if you're wanting a solution.
that's a good idea actually. Thank you so much, Trupti. I really, really appreciate you.
I love that. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your thing. I'm sure it's given a lot of people clarity over here as well. I can't wait to see like what you put out in the world. I'm so excited.
I'll keep you updated.
For sure. Thanks, Shimona. Okay, who else is next?
Hello,
Hi, it is so lovely to see you.
me too. That was a really, really long time that we talked.
Uh-huh.
by Instagram. Now we see in person.
I love that. Oh, it's so lovely to see a beautiful face. Tell me, how can I
Ah,
help you today?
thank you. The two other person helped me to. They asked the question similar to me. So my question is about uh, marketing techniques because I have my course. I I could say that is my signature course,
Mm-hmm.
uh, then
Mm-hmm.
where I try just to make it easy to make a notebook for watercolor. So the first time that I launched, that was very good.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, this the first launch that was good. After I have really, really hard to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
I I um I have success to sell the course when I make a big promotion. My anniversary is the same day of the Black Friday, so I enjoyed the date to make
Mm-hmm.
my own Black Friday. So it's about 15% reduction, but it's not, it's like 35% reduction
Mm-hmm.
of my course. But when I try to sell my course uh, in the other date with my
Mm-hmm.
tunnel cell tunnel, I can I can I can didn't find sell them.
Okay, so am I hearing you say that it's selling when you're giving like a deep discount,
Yeah,
like 35% discount, people are coming and buying, but outside of the sale period,
it's
when you're
nothing.
trying to sell, nothing is happening.
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
I have a lead magnet
Mm,
where I explain how to replace the tools and the material to to make the
mhm.
books with the anything that you have in your home.
Yes.
And I explain how to start with a little notebook with a single signature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the people say, it's good. With
Mm,
that is enough. I don't want to make the notebook like cup tip
uh,
stitch, the stitch like that.
got it.
So the people is it's okay with the lead magnet, it's okay. And then I have YouTube,
Mm,
okay. So
mm,
they say so I know and I'm really conscious there is a lot information and a very good tutorial from bookbinding in YouTube and Domestika, Udemy, and so I try to create a community with a Discord.
yes.
Even if I have until today I have 42 students, only 10% on make all the course and
Right.
create their notebook.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I have their testimony. I try every time I make that in value,
Mm-hmm.
but people I don't have with my tunnel, my funnel, self funnel. I
Mm-hmm.
delete magnet and they go to my newsletter.
Mm,
They receive a lot of information from me,
yeah.
but they don't buy my course.
Hmm. Okay. So this is good problem to have, I would say.
Hmm?
Because in business, you're going to have two kinds of problems. There is never going to be a time when you don't have problems.
Yeah.
That place does not exist. Do not believe any Instagram, whatever they say that, oh, once you make these many sales, problems are going to get solved. That's never going to happen. So what you're having is a good problem. My question is, have you sent out an email to people after you have launched, for example, asking them, hey, why didn't you buy my course? And
Yes,
have you
I
sent
do.
an email with a survey asking them why they haven't bought it?
Yes, I do that
Good.
every lunch, and the
Yeah.
answer is I think I don't have time to do that. I maybe I think I prefer buy the notebook ready-made, or I think that is expensive. That's why I talked to you that
The price,
long time
yes.
ago, because
Mhm.
my price is a little price
How much is it? Did you say?
is 170 euro, euros.
170. Okay,
So it's even that's $200.
right.
And the people say, it's expensive. I don't have the time to do that. This is a new hobby to do, and prefer spend my time to make work or on free paper.
Got
So
it.
that's why I think in what moment to split the course and only buy the master class for one kind of
Right.
bookbinding. But you say no, why that? After that, I don't know what to do. I
Mm,
think so. I changed my lead magnet and create more content in YouTube and Instagram or Pinterest to go directly to the course. That's
yeah.
how is it, or I don't know really. I don't know how to make that create income, regular income.
Yes. Okay. So it seems like you've got your funnel in place, you've got your lead magnets, you're sending out the emails, you're launching and everything. To me, just from just this much information that you're giving me, it looks like you're attracting your leads at the wrong stage.
Okay.
They're not even problem aware, or they're not like desire aware. They're not like really driven really to do
Yeah.
anything about it, which is why your course is not meeting the right people at the right place. They're still here where they're like, this is
Mm,
just like a interesting maybe, or like I don't even want to create a sketchbook. I would rather just buy another sketchbook, and what I really want to do is paint in the sketchbook or something like that. That means they're not the right fit people for you. So
yeah.
somehow your lead magnet and your messaging is attracting those kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you here for sure that your course is not high priced at all.
Yeah.
170 euros. Kids have $500 these days, you guys. My mind got blown when my mentor told me this. Like I don't have money, or this thing is expensive. It's a smoke screen objection. There
Yeah.
is something else at the underneath of it, because they're not realizing why they should even bind their sketchbooks,
Exactly.
right? And they're seeing it as like a cutesy little hobby sort of a thing, and not the right mindset. You're not getting your ideal client. Your ideal client is someone who loves the slow craft, who maybe
Yeah.
hates AI and algorithm, and even does not like commercial stuff. They like the intentionality of hand making. They like the slowness of it. They watch cottagecore content, right? Like these are your kind of people. They're
Yeah.
not going to come and tell you that, oh, I would just rather not even do this. The people who say that are the people who just go prefer to buy commercial ones.
Yeah.
So, from what I can say is that your messaging is not attracting the right kind of people.
That's
The
it.
other thing as well, in your lead magnet, you said that you're already teaching that single stitch sketchbook thingy.
Yeah.
So you're giving them a slice of the pie already. You're giving them a cake slice. They're eating it. The cake is very tasty. They got it for free. And now they're full to the level where they're like, well, you're offering me the rest of the cake. I'm okay with this. Like, I had a good taste of it. And so they don't know why they should want the rest of the cake.
Yeah.
So that communication, I think, is what's lacking in your funnel. So I would maybe just want to take a look at your emails. So again, it's very hard to pinpoint exactly where it's happening, but I would
Mhm.
say the lead magnet is probably the problem. So
Mhm.
one thing that I would give you like a specific thing is to just don't teach them the thing in the lead magnet.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you can teach it as a live event. So do you do any sort of like live launch events
Mm-hmm.
for your courses? Do you do that? Like some sort of a live
No,
workshop or something?
no, no.
So when you launch your courses, how are you doing it? Just by emails?
Just email and real the information in Instagram, emails.
Okay.
That's a sequence.
So what I would
Mhm.
speak with you is to craft an art challenge or some sort of a live, some sort of an experience. It
Okay,
can be hybrid. I actually like using live plus pre-recorded sort of a thing.
okay.
So what I would focus on is to create something like that is where you're giving people a taste of what it's like. Look, you guys, I mean, I know, like, so many people sell us this idea of, oh, just autopilot everything. Let the passive income roll. If you put the right lead magnet with the right launch emails and with the right strategic reels and YouTube and all of this stuff, your funnel will just, keep pumping in students into your course
Yeah.
while you're just chilling and relaxing. I'm here to tell you that no such thing exists. There is no such thing as passive sales. Even if you choose to run ads, running ads is a ton of work. You constantly need to keep changing your ad creative. So basically, you're creating new content anyway, plus you're putting your money in it. Okay.
Mm.
So an experience like this. So what I'm doing right now is what I teach my clients, right? I'm teaching a mini workshop, right? Where it's implementation focused. So you guys are watching it, you're filling the workbook and everything. And then the intention is to speak with 10 to 20 artists to see how we can help you with some of the things that we can help you with within Creative Course Launchpad, right?
Yeah.
But many of the people who are in the consideration phase, right? Like many people over here have somehow considered, okay, Trupti has value. I do want her help. Let me go see her. But in events like this, in launch events like this, is where you're giving people a fast track version of knowing, liking, and trusting you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, for
Yeah.
example, your beautiful face and your glasses and your energy and your smile, it's very hard. It's kind of hard to know you as a person, to feel your energy in just a reel or stories or maybe just like a random YouTube video because there are so
Mm.
many other people like this. But when you have some sort of a pre-launch event where people are coming and experience a micro win with you, not so much of a big win that your course becomes irrelevant. And this is something I
Right.
have to tell my clients. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
when you're designing your art challenge, there was an artist who was launching a gouache course with us. When I told her to create an art challenge, she took every single thing that was there in her course, compressed it into 5 days for free. And I'm
Okay.
like, if you're giving them free transformation in a much shorter amount of time and you're giving them the exact results that's promised in your course, what's the incentive for people to spend money then? They're like, great, I already got exactly what I wanted from her and it's for free. I'm done. And they're gonna bounce.
Okay. That is good that you said me that because that was the idea. I say I come to close my lead magnet
Hmm.
and really do this kind of live event.
Hmm.
I didn't do that because I very scared about technical issues that is mean that pre-recorder a video to put on OBS, YouTube to be in front of the people or make a Zoom webinar and all display to that good to see because it's different to talk in the screen to create that is that's mean a different display of camera to
Yes.
everything. So maybe I can say I could do that for two times in the year. I don't know, in spring, autumn. I don't know, every 3 months. But that is a really I don't have to say it's very hard to create all this stuff to and also that you say make an even in life that you are I have the scare to add nobody goes to show up nobody comes to they come in replay,
Yeah.
because the life is very, everybody's busy. Anybody will have the good time.
Yeah.
So
You're
that's why
right.
I didn't try to art challenge with a person in real life. But
Yes.
everybody say me, you have the accent, because I don't, I speak in French, but with a
Uh,
Spanish accent. So the people, it must be amazing to hear you with your
yeah.
accent and your energy. But I'm afraid about all
Hmm.
technical issues that I have to manage,
Yes.
that to do
Look,
that.
I'm not going to lie and I'm not going to say that those things are not worries at all. It is hard. It is challenging to manage equipment and things like that. But it's also not unfigure outable. Like there are so many artists who have figured out a way to like have an overhead camera connected to Zoom. It's a pain in the ass for sure. But once you figure it out, once you understand what your equipment is, once you lock into your concept through a couple of awkward and failed attempts, maybe that's totally
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
But the thing is, you guys, what you need to remember is when you're launching your course, you need to really look at it as like you're throwing a little party. You're
yeah.
throwing a party, and all of your best people, your biggest fans, your most warmest, hottest leads are going to come to the party. Okay. And even if you like screw up a little bit, or like maybe something goes wrong, or something happens, which tech will always happen as long as you're using the Zoom, it will do some sort of funny things. It's just an accepted part of it. So what I would say is it helps to shift your mindset to that's just part of it. And you know what? All you people who are going to come to the launch thing, they're not going to mind.
Okay.
In fact, everything is so perfection, so polished these days. People want to see other humans falter and stumble a little bit and make some mistakes because gives them permission that, oh, wow, look, she's making mistakes, she's stumbling around, but she's still figuring it out. I can do it as well.
Yeah, there's the ad. She's human. She's not a AI.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
that is true. Okay, that is good. If you have idea, what is the amount of launch that is good to do in the year?
What is the
It,
number of launches? Like, you mean
yeah,
like how many launches you should do in a year?
yeah,
Oh, I would say definitely until the course is so established and you're so established in the community that you can afford to do once a year launches. Until then, you're going to need data. You need everybody over here, listen to me very carefully. When you're launching your art course, sales and money is like literally the last thing, and you need to look at it as a byproduct. What you're really after, the gold that you're after in a launch, even if it quote unquote flops, is the data. What worked, what didn't work, going through your sales page metrics, your launch, your email open rates, click rates, and all of these things, and surveying people to see why they didn't buy. Like that's the gold. And the more you launch upfront, the more data you're going to get to eventually then cut back. Okay, because you just know that you've like nailed in on the messaging and the marketing so much that you can just do it twice a year, right? And
okay,
only for like big established courses where you just know that you have so much audience, your email list is so buffed that you can do once a year, then you can do once a year. But for sure, I would say 3 launches in a year. I know they can be intense and I know they require a lot of energy upfront. But even you go look at all the businesses with passive sales, you'll still see them launch. You'll
okay,
still see them throw live events or something of that sort to bring in that cash flow, because that's what launches do, is they bring in the cash flow.
yeah,
But they also give you the data and the messaging and all the little tweaks that you can do to then nail your in between launches sales, right?
yeah.
So here's what I want you to do, Tatiana, is like after this, can you just text me and let me know, is your course evergreen? Is it just like always ready to sell? Or do you open and close doors to it?
So there was in 2025, the last year, there was evergreen,
Mhm.
because I have the lead magnet and the sequence of emails.
Right.
but since November 25, I closed it, and I said in the lead map and in the sequence email that I will do 2 launch
Mhm.
in June and
Yeah.
November. But this since January of this year, I was very, very busy because I
Mhm.
have a job, a salary
Mhm.
job.
Yeah.
So I have less time to implicate.
Yeah.
I told you I would like to upgrade the course to sell them expensive, but I
Yeah.
didn't have the time to make the update. So I say I continue to sell them like this,
Mhm.
but in now in June,
Mhm.
fine this month, I have to make a launch for holidays and then for November. But
Mhm.
for be honest, I didn't know how to make because I are really tired about make a funnel, say funnel with a 10 or 8 or 5 emails to try to convince someone to buy my course. So
You're
I
not. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up. I'm
yeah.
hearing you, and I'm sorry I'm interrupting you over here. Look, writing a whole bunch of emails in the funnel is non-negotiable. Okay, I know it is tiring as heck. It is tiring as heck, but this is why I give my clients like plug and play emails because I've done 80% of the writing and I'm like this buyer psychology baked in it. You just need to fill in the blanks. Okay. But writing those emails in a funnel is so freaking important, but you're not convincing people when you're writing these emails. So I need you to like get out of the whole mindset about having to convince people. I understand why you're there because the wrong fit people are coming and they're giving you all these BS objections, which it makes sense from their POV. So then obviously in your mind, it's like, but they need to see why it's important to learn the Coptic stitch and not just the single stitch and all of this stuff. So you need to nurture people and you're moving them slowly, slowly across like different buyer stages. You're moving them from problem awareness to consideration to then making that emotional switch that needs to happen in their brain to be like, okay, I'm going to go all in on this. And the reason why this works really well is because one of my clients is also a bookbinder. Her course was how many? $850. Her founder's price, which was 50% off, was how much? 450 pounds? Dollars? Something. You go watch her case study video, so you'll get all the numbers and just ask me later after this call what her numbers were. So if people are paying 850 pounds to go and learn everything there is to about bookbinding. So her course is like a massive, massive signature course, and she's put everything she knows about bookbinding in it. So much so that one of her founder students started her own business, started her own thing, and now has become one of our clients. It's kind of wild, like what courses can make possible, right? So your course is not at all expensive based on some of the bookbinding courses that I've personally helped artists launch, and they're getting like 86 students just in the founders launch and everything. So what matters is the messaging part of it and how you're launching it. And there's also a skill to like sell it in your regular emails, in your regular marketing emails. You have to put the call to action to your course as well if it is evergreen, right? Or your course waitlist at least. And the other thing too that most people don't actually do when they're launching a course is the warm up period, is the awareness and the pre-launch period. So there are like multiple things. I do want to take a look at your funnel, and since you've already poured so much money in this, I definitely want to help you and see like where is your funnel leaking and what's happening like really, because even with your job you can do this. Many of our clients have full-time jobs, they have kids, they have aging parents, and they're still showing up and like just building the whole foundation and doing the thing. So how about check out the consult call, apply for your thing. Let me take a look at your course and some of your materials. I'll also take a look at your marketing on the front end. I won't know French for sure. I'll use translation on Instagram to see what
Yes.
you're saying. and let me diagnose your business, okay? Then let's chat face to face and we'll see how we can help you do it so that you are able to launch 3 times a year with your full-time job.
Okay.
Let's
That's
get
good.
you that clarity, okay? But I
Yeah.
hope that what clarity I've already given you right now, I
Yes,
hope that's been
totally.
helpful for you in already going and fixing your funnel, okay?
No, totally. You clear my mind in such a way. So the first thing I've gonna to do is get out the lead magnet.
Yes,
I
yes.
they go bye to my
Yep.
Instagram
Stop
bio.
giving them a whole slice of cake.
Uh,
Give
uh,
them Costco samples, okay? Everybody, when you go to Costco, they give you these like amazing and tasty samples, and then you just go and buy the thing. You need to give them the Costco sample and not a slice of pie or like a cake that
yeah,
already fills them up, okay? So you can start fixing that. And
yeah,
based on your application form, I'll see sort of like I'll
yeah,
check out your links and
yeah,
what's been going on, and we'll
yeah,
dig deeper because I have a feeling that there's something else that's going on as well that I'm not
yeah,
able to sort of like kind of see
yeah.
just based on the context over here,
Yes,
okay?
yes, I know. No, that was, thank you so much. That was
Awesome. Thank you
very
so
nice.
much, Tatiana. Thanks for making the time to come here. Thank you. I
Thank you for
appreciate
your patience because with the difference is the hours
it.
is enormous. I see your message always the last day. So thank you for your patience. I think we can do something important.
Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to blow up your course. Let's do this. Awesome, Tatiana.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All
Bye.
right. Who is up next? We're already 20 minutes over, and I have a client call in 10 minutes. I told Naosh to just remind me. Otherwise, I can just be here chatting with you guys and helping you. But thank you so much for coming on. And I hope all of these coaching and the answers help you think differently about your mindset, right? And who are you helping? In what stages of life are they? What stage of buyer awareness are they? And all of these things. I hope it's made you think differently and show up differently in your marketing and in how you're serving your people. And definitely, there are some more questions over here that I'm going to answer as well. Let me see if I want to answer it on my stories or just send an email or even just do a pre recorded video. But I'm going to make sure that I get to answer as many questions here as possible. But I just want to say thank you so much. I hope I get to see you face to face on one of my consult calls. It's free. Literally, what do you have to lose? Go and fill in the application form so that I can diagnose your business and sort of see where you're needing help. And then we will chat and we will see what's the best way to move ahead for you. And thank you so much for making the time. I will see you all soon in my emails, in my inbox. Drop into my DMs if you have any follow up questions. My DMs are always open and I make it a priority to get to them as soon as I can. So I'll see you there. Thanks so much for coming, you guys. Take care and make it a great day. Bye.